Hi there and welcome. My name is Dr. Marlena Jabara, and I'm the proud founder of RadPod Squad. The RadPod Squad Fellowship offers an immersive learning experience tailored specifically to podiatric imaging. RadPod Squad combines comprehensive curricula, cutting edge techniques, and on demand access to training that will provide you with the new knowledge and skills that you need to boost your confidence in imaging and truly make a difference in treating your patients. Check us out today, radpodsquad.com.
Before we get started and get down into the weeds with what you're doing, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got to this point, because I think it's a real interesting story.
Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing me on the show. It was an honor to receive this invitation. And I can't say enough with how wonderful it is to collaborate. And I think that is what really got me into medicine. I was trained by an amazing radiologist. His name is Dr. Javier Beltran. And he was from Europe, and he always impressed on me the importance of locomotion and walking and understanding how to read images in motion. And that was different from everything that we were doing. I was originally trained in Brooklyn out of downstate, and we learned, like all radiologists, how to find the anatomy. We went to the anatomy labs and we learned how to interpret images. And it wasn't until I got to my fellowship with Dr. Beltran where he began to impress on me the importance of understanding how we walk, how you throw a ball, how do you move, and how can we look at imaging through that lens. So lo and behold, just like all of American medicine, we get out there and we learn how to interpret images, and we're just learning how to read the images and understanding what it means to have a turf toe and things like, the clinical part. But for the most part, radiologists are behind the scenes looking at images and somewhat removed from that patient experience. So I became interested in bringing that together.
Well, one of the things that I think radiologists have a very distinct disadvantage is they oftentimes don't have the ability to actually see the patient and palpate where it hurts. Just by the nature of the way that the specialty is, it's sometimes like having a little bit of a blindfold on because you don't get this. So I think that says a lot with what you're saying as far as integrating the biomechanics into what you're looking at. Because let's face it, these are dynamic structures. They're not static structures. And that type of understanding is going to give you the ability to help everybody else in your interpretation. So I think it's great.
Thank you. And that brought up early in my career when we were learning. One of the most important adjuncts to my training under Javier Beltran was ultrasound. And that's where a radiologist first gets that opportunity to actually interact with the patient and also interact with the team. Right. So we began early on looking at just the plantar fascia, touching the fascia in the ultrasound suite with the probe. And I became very interested in how important it was to actually touch the patient, put that together to understand the common complaints over time. Mm-hmm. And then furthermore, for radiologists, it is not the way that we tend to sit behind a screen reading images. Doing ultrasound takes that active advance towards the patient, and you're acting almost alongside a podiatrist. In fact, I used to think we should have clinic where we have a radiologist next to the podiatrist. The podiatrist does their initial consultation, and then we can corroborate that on an ultrasound. They do that in London and England. I've seen that where that happens. But as a mainstay, radiology has not initially gone towards that patient unless you are in ultrasound.
Right.
Are you ready to take your podiatric imaging skills to new heights? Check us out at radpodsquad.com. Explore our online learning community. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more enriching content.